Hey guys, it's me Bridget. I'm back with another video. Today is gonna be a little bit more of a, I don't want to say serious because it's not like a serious video because I'm not like delving into the topic of the video, but I guess more of a meaningful video. I deal with a lot of like anxiety, and I'm like a very highly emotional, highly sensitive person, and I feel like lately in today's time, like the world is just such a scary place lately. Like, I don't know another word to describe it as other than heartbreaking and terrifying. I honestly don't want to continue to dwell on the negativity that's in the world and continue to give it attention. I really want to move on. I basically came up with this list of 11 ways to be happy again, and basically 11 ways to feel better about humanity. So I thought I would share the list with you guys, and hopefully, because I know there's other people going through the same emotions that I am, hopefully someone else can see this and feel a little bit better about the earth and humanity, because it's really not all bad. Like, even though we have a lot of negative things going on right now, we have to remember that the earth is a beautiful place. Like, we're all lucky to be on it. We just have to take care of each other and the earth better. We really do. First thing on my list is listen to old childhood music. And I don't mean like the Wiggles or something, but I mean like the music you used to listen to when you were like 12, 13, whatever that is for you. Personally, when I was 12, 13, that was during the like early 2000s, late 90s. That's like the music that I like to go back and listen to. So I like to listen to Avril Lavigne. Dude, her music brings me back so hardcore. I used to want to freaking be Avril Lavigne, like hardcore. So her music just like so many emotions. I listen to Soulja Boy just because his lyrics are all really stupid, so they're really funny. Or Britney Spears, because when I was like 3 or 4, like me and my friends knew all the freaking words to Britney Spears songs, and we used to sit in the back seat of my mom's car in our car seats and just be like, see, that already helps make me feel a little better. Number 2, read an inspiring book. I really couldn't think of like all the inspiring books that I've read in the past because I'm really a big reader, to be honest, and I read a lot. And there's a lot of like books that are like my favorite, so I decided to show you guys the book that I'm currently reading for life inspiration, because I always read like multiple books at once. There's always like a certain book in a certain category that I'm reading at the moment that like helps me in a certain way. Right now I'm currently reading Russell Simmons' The Happy Vegan. Russell Simmons, literally, like, he is freaking life goals. Like, man, the dude just figured out all of life, and he just applied it and became a better person. And I want to read all of his books. This is the latest book that he's come out with, but he has 2 other books about yoga and meditation. He believes that the keys to happiness in life are being vegan, practicing yoga, and practicing meditation. I personally have been on a journey to incorporate those things in my life, and this book is just really inspirational. Like, reading it just makes me feel a lot better about humanity. It makes me feel like we have an opportunity to change. It makes me feel like we could be better, like, and it's possible. It's not like something that will never happen, basically. Third thing that I think you can do to make yourself feel a little better about humanity is watch an old childhood movie. I wouldn't say necessarily you have to watch like a cartoon, but cartoons are great. You can watch a cartoon. Personally, I love to, like, if I can remember the name of, like, an old Disney Channel movie, like one of the ones that, like, never went to theaters but, like, came up on the show, like, what's that one movie about the kid who, like, turned 13 and then he became a mermaid? The 13th Year! You should watch The 13th Year. Like, those kind of movies that bring home, like, childhood memories that remind you of, like, a better time, those kind of movies really make you feel better when you're doubting humanity. Number 4, things that make you feel better about humanity. Appreciate nature. It's scientifically proven that vitamin D has a really big effect on your serotonin levels and basically your happiness. Serotonin is basically happiness, like it's the hormone in your body that makes you happy. So having vitamin D makes you basically just a much better person. Like, a lot of people suffer from I believe it's called SAD, S-A-D. Basically, it's when if you've been in like winter climates or a dark climate for too long, you have low vitamin D levels and it makes you basically get depression. So I think that in order to feel better about society, a really great thing to do is to go out into the world and realize that we're all human and see the earth that we are so lucky to live on. So whether you live on a coast and get to go to the beach, or if you live in the middle of the country and go to a field, or if you live in the north and you go to the mountains, go somewhere that is full of nature. Even if you live in the middle of a city, go to a park, sit under a tree, appreciate the shit out of that tree, because really, like, I don't think we appreciate those things as often as we should. Like, it's amazing and that's a beautiful thing, so appreciate that. The 5th thing I would suggest to do to appreciate humanity, or to find the better in humanity, is call up an old friend. I have this one friend, I'm not sure if I told you guys this before, but I actually grew up in Georgia. I live in California now, but I spent like 12 years of my life in Georgia. And I had this best friend that I met when I first moved out to Georgia when I was in kindergarten, and we've been friends ever since. And honestly, we've kind of like grown apart a bit over the years, but she's still a really good friend to me. And when I'm feeling down and like sad about humanity, I just think about the fact that she's still in my life and she still cares about me as a person. So when I call her, it just makes me feel better. It makes me feel like there's hope, because there's someone out there who cares about me, who doesn't know much about my life now, but still cares, you know? And there's probably someone out there like that for you. You just have to remember who they are. If you find like an old phone number from some girl you knew in kindergarten or something like that, just call them up, catch up a little bit, see what's going on in their life. It'll make you feel a lot better. Number 6, go people watching. This is surprisingly such a great way to feel better about humanity. When you go people watching, you get to see so many different interactions between like people, like that it just brings to your mind that like all people are different and we have the potential to be good. So personally, I live in LA, so my favorite thing to do is to go take the train somewhere. The train system in LA is really, really awesome. So I like to go take the train to like downtown or Hollywood or something like that and just watch people. Like, hey guys, okay, so my camera shut off a little bit, but I was just saying, basically go people watch. You'll find that people do amazing things all around you all the time, and it's amazing to see. From the homeless guy who you hand a sandwich and he hands it to his dog before he takes a bite, to the old lady who's smiling at a little girl in a tutu because she used to be a ballerina and she thinks it's amazing. Like, you'll find something that makes you feel better and realize that humanity is a beautiful thing. And if you don't have the opportunity to actually go outside, you can people watch online. I would suggest, so I call it kind of people watching when you like go and like read comments or something like that. But I would suggest going on more positive websites, because I do find that like if you go on Instagram and you read the comments on like celebrities' Instagrams or something, you're just gonna get yourself more depressed because people are way more willing to be way more negative on the internet than they are in person, and it just doesn't make you feel any better, honestly, about humanity. So I would suggest going on websites such as StumbleUpon. StumbleUpon is a really great website. Tumblr is a really great website because Tumblr, people are generally more positive on Tumblr, which can definitely help your point of view on society. So yeah, definitely check out some websites if you can't actually physically go people watching, but I definitely suggest going physically to see real life people and getting outside more than anything. The 7th thing that I would suggest to make yourself feel better is pamper yourself. I know this kind of goes with any time that you feel like crappy, regardless of if it's about humanity or something else. But in general, I always feel better when I'm like taking care of myself. And you can do that in so many different ways. Like, you never have to feel like, oh, because you don't have enough money, you can't take care of yourself. Like, there are so many ways to pamper yourself, from doing a body scrub with coffee and olive oil, to giving yourself a massage with just oil, to doing a face mask with, you could use egg, oatmeal, avocado. You could do a hair mask with avocado, mayonnaise, and literally things that you definitely have in your house. You can find things to pamper yourself with and make yourself feel so much better in general about life. You can use this tip for anything, honestly. Going through a breakup, pamper yourself. Somebody died, pamper yourself. Like, really, pampering yourself makes you feel like a lot better. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Number 8 thing to make yourself feel better about society or humanity is just to create something. So I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself when it comes to this, but really it's no pressure. Like, you can do anything when it comes to this. So you can, if you don't have the money to go buy something yourself, like, you can go outside and get some dirt, mix it with some water, and make a picture on the sidewalk. Literally, you can create something out of anything. Just get creative. Like, that's the whole point of the word. But get creative and just go out there and make something. That really can restore your faith in humanity, because you'll realize that if you could have done that, that if you can create something beautiful, or if you can create something interesting, then so can everyone else on earth. And that just will make the world a better place. Number 9 thing that I came up with to make yourself feel better is call someone up who loves you. This kind of goes hand in hand with the calling up an old friend thing, but really, I mean, call someone up who legitimately loves you, like your grandparents, or a parent if you're an adult and you've moved out, or your aunts and uncles, someone in your life who you know loves you a lot, but you don't really spend a lot of time like interacting with them. Those people in your life, they make you feel so much better just about life in general, because you realize that someone doesn't have to be in your life on a regular basis to still love you. And you personally, as a person, you can love everyone, and you don't have to be in their lives and still show love. That really can make you feel better as a person. Number 10 things that I came up with to make you feel better about society and humanity is play with an animal. This is my number 1 tip, period, point blank. More than pampering yourself, number 1 tip to make you feel better about anything in life is play with an animal. This one is a little hard because not everybody has access to an animal, but if you do, play with that thing. Or if you even if you have to get creative about it, like, for instance, I have a dog, but my neighbors also have a dog. So if I didn't have a dog, I would probably just say, like, just be a really nice kid and just go up to their house and be like, hey, can I, like, hang out with your dog for a little while? I'll take care of it. Like, you know, not everybody's going to be trusting and let you do that, but it's worth a try, and playing with an animal can always make you feel better. I don't know what it is about animals. It's just like they have a hormone in them that just, like, makes you feel better. Just does. Personally, my preference would be a dog, but that's just because I'm obsessed with dogs, so you can play with any kind of animal. Number 11, my final tip to making you feel better about humanity is do something nice for someone. This tip obviously will make you feel better about humanity because you'll realize that if you went out of your way to do something nice for someone else, other people do that as well, and it's just like the pay it forward movement. Like, if you do something nice for someone, that person will do something nice for someone, and then everybody's doing nice things for everyone, and it just makes the whole world a better place. So go out of your way to figure out what happens in someone's day that they don't want to do, and then you do it for them. Like, if you know your mom hates washing dishes, come home and wash the dishes for her. Or if you know your dad hates taking out the trash, come home and take the trash out for him. If you know that someone doesn't mind doing something and you do it anyways, that's still helpful, but it's probably just a better idea to go about it a little differently. So for instance, my mom doesn't really mind doing laundry, so me doing the laundry for her isn't really a helpful thing. But if I did it, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Alright, so that was my whole list of things you can do to make yourself feel a little bit better about humanity. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, love conquers all. Love is the most important thing. And be a kind, compassionate person. Please. There's no reason to be mean. There's no reason to be negative. Love you guys. Bye!